Hi guys, what's up and welcome back to my channel. I just wanted to say you guys are the coolest people alive. You know what I'm saying? Just the coolest ever. I also wanted to say that don't judge me by my hands. I self-tanned for the first time a few days ago and no comment. I don't know what the hell I'm doing apparently. So if you guys have any tips on how to remove this, definitely let me know. But for today's video, and I'm gonna be doing this because it's kind of like, oh. Anyways, for today's video, I wanted to go ahead and share with you guys my Sephora VIB sale recommendations. I actually got the mailer today with all the dates and all the information. I'll have everything linked down below in regards to that, as well as everything that I'm discussing in this video. So I pretty much just opened up the notes section in my phone and just jotted down literally about 10 products that I just love, enjoy to death. I recommend 1,000,000% for the full price, but if you can get these products at like 10, 15, or 20% off, like recommend. There's just no going back, you know? Of course, let me know what your recommendations are. I think I might just add a few more things into my like loves list from your recommendations. So let me know what you guys recommend. So the first product that I wanted to recommend to you guys is a primer. It will come as no surprise. This is the Origins Pore Perfecting Cooling Primer with Willow Herb. Probably the best primer I've used in my entire life, and that says so much. I told you guys that I purchased this on a whim, and I never did that with a primer. I was upset at myself initially that I did do it like last year or a year and a half ago when I did it, but I'm telling you, the best decision ever. You basically shake it. I think I have like a quarter left. Press this, a little bit of the product comes out. It has a little bit of like a moisturizing feel and a baby silicone feel too, but not necessarily, more of like a moisturizing feel. So I feel like if you have dry skin, this might be your best friend. Has an amazing scent to it, and I will say that now going into like the spring and summer months, like when it's starting to get warmer, this would be really great because it actually comes out freezing, like literally coldness, and it's just so refreshing on the skin. I don't love to use it like in the fall and winter because I'm like frozen always, and then this on top of that I'm like but for the spring and summer, as we're quickly approaching, this is an absolute staple. It really fills in your pores nicely. It creates a really smooth canvas for your makeup. You guys hear me talk about this so much times. If you tried it from my recommendation, you know what I'm saying. But if you haven't, please put it in your wish list because I'm telling you, it's a freaking game changer. It's so freaking good. The next two products that I want to talk to you guys about are foundations and kind of like a tinted moisturizer. So this is one that I've been loving, I would say, for over a year now. It's what I have on my face today. Since I self-tanned, it does work for me. It is pretty dark, so I can't necessarily wear it super often, but now that I'm darker, I can wear it. Anyways, it's the Touche Éclat all-in-one kind of like tinted moisturizer. It's supposed to give you a fresh, dewy effect, which it really does. It has SPF 23, and now that I'm more aware and educated on what SPF is and the importance of it, I try to really use products that has a nice amount of SPF. Anyways, this does have a nice amount of SPF in it. It comes in like a squeezy bottle. There's a pump to it, which makes things 1,000,000 times easier. It's great for traveling. This gives more like medium coverage, but it's super easy to build up if you want more of like a fuller coverage look. And I love that because you wouldn't expect from this, since it's kind of like a tinted moisturizer type of product. But besides for that, seriously, this feels like nothing on the skin. I don't feel like anything's on my face. I'm obsessed with this. The best tinted moisturizer foundation-ish product that I probably have ever tried in my life. It's definitely my go-to. I wear mine in the shade B50 apparently when I'm tanned. The next product I wanted to talk to you guys about is the Guerlain Lingerie Depot, or Lingerie, I don't know, Lingerie Depot. You guys told me 1,000,000 times how to pronounce it. I still don't get it. But this is the Natural Perfection Foundation. This also has SPF. It has SPF 20. This is super pricey on its own, so that's why I wanted to recommend to you guys. I spoke about it in a favorites video a few months back. It has a pump to it as well. It's in a glass like jar. Super nice. This is one that I do pretty much wear when I'm not self-tan. It's pretty much my shade, which is in 02N. Also with this one, it really just sinks into your skin beautifully. It gives medium to full coverage as well. I feel like this one maybe is a bit more watery based as opposed to this one, but this one is still very breathable and just flawless on the skin. I'm telling you guys, this is where the party's really at. If you've tried any of these, you know what I'm saying. The next product that I wanted to talk to you guys about is a highlighter palette, and this is the Dior Backstage Highlighter Palette. I've spoken about this also 600 times. Probably my white shade here is broken, but typically what I do is mix these two shades together. I'm actually wearing this gold shade on its own today, which I never do because it's usually a bit too dark, but I did today and I'm very happy about that because I don't really go, like golds don't really work for my skin, you know? Anyways, this is perfect. This is the most beautiful highlighter palette I ever tried in my life. This is a huge statement, but if you guys would ask me like, yo, if you could choose one highlighter palette, one highlighter in general, what would it be? Right over here I could really, if I want to, get rid of everything else and be pretty content with just this. It has everything I need. I love mixing the white one with all the other shades to kind of create my customized highlighted effect. I also like to use the white one on its own, but the formula of this is everything to me. And they are blinding plus extreme. The heck is that? What the heck? That's amazing. Blinding, extremely pigmented, no skipping. It has like a baked gelée formula, and literally it's everything you want in a highlighter, I promise you. What do I have to do to convince you guys? This is the best thing alive, and I really just want another one. I don't need another one, but you know what I mean? Like, all right, moving on to the next product that I wanted to talk to you guys about. I have a blush that I really enjoy using for like the spring and summer months. I've had this, I think, for over 2 years now, and I'm obsessed with it. It's the most beautiful, perfect, peachy-ish, popsicle orange type of blushed color. This is the Benefit California blush. I love it. I have the small deluxe size, which I honestly think is more than enough. If you want to just buy this one, I think that it's pretty much the same color as the full size if you want to save a little bit. I think it'll pretty much work for any skin tone. You can wear it light or you can wear it heavier, but it always looks very fresh on the skin. And I love wearing this, especially when I'm going for a more natural look. This on the cheeks, it just makes you look like a flushed baby, and it just makes you look very clean and just alive. This is probably the most stunningest, is that a word? Stunningest popsicle tangerine blush I've ever tried. It's just an addiction of mine. I love it. Okay, then I wanted to talk to you guys about 2 eyeshadow palettes that are major standouts for me. Now I have these 2 as well as a few baby eyeshadow palettes, but if you're looking for a regular sized eyeshadow palette, these 2 are pretty much where it's at. This is where it's at. It's just so good. So the first one that I wanted to talk to you guys about is the Urban Decay Born to Run eyeshadow palette. I'm obsessed with this, and Emma will tell you guys that she loves it too. This is a perfect summer staple for me. I'm saying that a lot because we're going into like the spring and summer months now, but honestly, you can also wear this any time of the year. As I mean, I wear anything anytime. This palette is beautiful because it has a nice amount of warm tone shades, a nice amount of cooler tone shades, and it's actually a pretty fun palette to play around with in a way, because like there were so many times that I use this and I combined like certain colors, and I'm like, I would never ever do that if they wouldn't be in a palette. But like, for example, I would take like this orange or like burgundy purple color and wear it with like this green or like with this blue, maybe on the lower lash line, or just, you know, just kind of challenging myself, and most of the time coming up with looks that I'm like, damn, you look pretty good, you know? I love the fact that there's a nice cream shade in here that you can set the lids with. I love when palettes have that. It just makes things so much easier. The formula is amazing, and it really is just a diamond in the rough. Let me give you guys a few swatches here so you can see what we're talking about. I don't know what color my arm is compared to my hand, but we're doing this anyway. Yeah, I think we're good. So here are just a few swatches. They're super soft, very creamy. Yum, yum, come on, that's just delicious times 10. There's no fallout, barely any kick up, just smoothness galore. I know that Urban Decay sometimes has like misses with their palettes, especially from their Naked line, but this palette, I would love for them to do a second version of this formula and this setup and everything. Plus, I love the fact that there's a really nice sized mirror, and I'm totally down for the packaging. I think the packaging is really cutesy, fun, and different, and it just makes me feel like I want to be in these places. Then the next eyeshadow palette that I wanted to talk to you guys about is the Anastasia Norvina eyeshadow palette. I knew I had to include an ABH palette in here because, I mean, her palettes like consistently get better and better, besides for the Subculture, at least for me. But my favorite palette of all time was the, what is it called? Okay, my favorite palette of all time was the Soft Glam palette. It's what I used for my brother's wedding last year, but since then they came out with this palette, and this one is definitely my favorite from all of them. If I had to choose one, I love this. I love it because of the reason that we get a nice amount of neutral shades in here, but there's nice pops of colors as well, so you can kind of create a neutral look, but you can also use purple tone shades as well. And I really like how purple looks on honestly anyone. I think it just brings out so many people's eye colors, and it just pretty, you know? All the shades on the top row are metallic finishes, and all the shades on the bottom row are pretty much mattes, except for this one. This is more of a satin shade, but the shades really just complement each other very well. You can create multiple looks just using this. I still want to get on the bandwagon of where I do a 3 looks 1 palette video, because so many of you guys have been asking me, and I'm like, that would be such a good idea, you know? So I need to figure things out for my life and for myself. I'm telling you, yum. So freaking pretty. The shades are very soft. They do have a little bit of kick up, but they apply beautifully on the lids. You don't have to use them with Fix Plus. In regards to the metallics, and then the mattes build up like 1, 2, 3 style. This is the kind of palette that you could use and you don't even have to try, and you're like, yeah, I used the Norvina palette and like it took me like 3 minutes, you know, that type. So this is where it's at. So good. Okay, the next Whoa. Okay, the next two things that I wanted to talk to you guys about are setting mist. So I have two over here. This one right here is the Coola SPF 30 Makeup Setting Mist. I really do like this. It's one that I just got into. The only thing I will say that I don't love about this is that it has a little bit of an alcohol-y smell initially when you spray it, but I feel like if you wait like 20 seconds, it pretty much goes away. It sets your makeup in really nicely, and the reason why I also love it is because it has SPF 30. It's just something really easy to throw on, and you can use this pretty consistently throughout the day without actually ruining your makeup. I just find it to be just so easy. Very good. Very good. The next product that I wanted to talk to you guys about is the ABH Dewy Setting Spray. This is really nice. I wanted to include my Urban Decay setting mist. I do recommend that, but I feel like I just talk about it way too much. But that one is really nice. However, this one is one that recently came out, and I do really love what it does for my skin. I feel like it gives me a beautiful, like, dewy-ish effect without overdoing it. And I do definitely feel like it does set in my makeup as well, especially if you have dry skin and you want something a bit more, especially going into the spring and summer months. Wow, very, very pretty. All right. Then the next product that I wanted to talk to you guys about is a makeup-ish type of product. You'll see. Basically, this is the Pharmacy Makeup Melt Away Cleansing Balm. I can't tell you guys how much little jars of these I actually went through. It's not even that little. There's 3.2 fluid ounces of product in here. I think I finished maybe 3 or 4 of these, and then small deluxe sizes. This is probably the best. I love it. You can see I'm in the middle of using this one, but this is probably the best makeup remover that I discovered. If I don't want to remove my makeup with cleansing cloths, if I'm not feeling lazy that day, I love to go in with this. What I do basically is take a decent amount on my fingers, massage it in. It gets a little bit oily-ish. I massage it on my face, and then I just wash it off. But what I love about this is that even though it has a little bit of an oily feel when you kind of like massage it on your skin, I don't find that it leaves your face oily. Like, I tried the Ciate London one, because I wanted to like see like which one's better. I just kind of felt like that one removed my makeup nicely, yeah, but I just felt like I dripped a whole bottle of oil on my face. And you know when you have that like oily feeling and you're like, no, I can't see, my face feels this way, and then my eyes, you know what I'm saying? I hate that. So I do not have that with this. I just love it. I think it removes makeup perfectly. Also, what's cool about this is after you finish washing your face and everything, you will not find any residual makeup on your towel, which I think is pretty cool, because you have to see my towels before I started using this. Wow, like every single towel has like 80 pounds of makeup, you know? Such a good product. You guys really need it in your life. I'm telling you, it'll be a game changer. The next few products that I wanted to talk to you guys about are lip products. I just kind of feel like it wouldn't be a recommendations video if I don't mention lip products. Now, like I always say, you know I love a ton of lip products. I'm like a lip product junkie girl. I did want to narrow it down to lip products that I think would be pretty universally flattering. Lip products that I feel like are a game changer, and lip products that I just feel like one needs in their life to the most part. So those are the Pat McGrath little lipsticks. What I love about these lipsticks is they come in a set of 3, so you get 3 in one set, 3 in the other set. Each set retails for 25 bucks, and I just find that to be a really cool way to test out her products without actually spending an arm and a leg. The packaging is exactly like the full-size lipsticks, which I love. You open it up and each one just twists up like that. Each lip product does have a nice amount of product in there. Also, these lip products are not limited edition, so you can totally purchase it in the full size if you happen to finish any of them. But I will tell you guys that the consistency and quality of these lipsticks are just like from another world. Like, I don't think anyone does it like Pat McGrath does. And once I tried these, I was like, whoa, like, hey, fine, now I know what everyone keeps saying. Like, I get it. I get it. I don't have any more questions. Here are what the shades look like. I don't remember which 3 came in which pack, but honestly, I would recommend both sets, especially for the reduced price tag. To begin with, 25 bucks per kit is pretty affordable, I should say, for Pat McGrath, but again, with the percentage off, you really can't go wrong. I also wanted to say that these have a very like silky, like $1 million feel on the lips. So if you want to feel that way, these are the lipsticks for you. So good. Now, the final products I want to recommend to you guys are from Natasha Denona, and these are the mini little baby palettes. So I do own pretty much all of them that she released to date, and I can't tell you guys how much use I got out of these little babies. First of all, amazing for traveling. Each one retails for 25 bucks with the percentage off, amazing deal, or even without the percentage off, such a good deal, right? I was always hesitant towards purchasing like a full-size palette because her bigger palettes are not cheap, you know, but this time around I'm going for it, and these palettes inspired me, specifically this one. I just really enjoy these a ton. 1 or 2 more than the others, but generally beautiful formula. I love the fact that each one has its own color story going on, so you can create actually multiple looks using each palette when you you really think you can't, but you really could, I'm telling you. My favorite one has to be this one. This is the one that I got the most use out of, and this is the Mini Nude Palette. So good. In the Mini Nude Palette, we have 3 metallics and 2 mattes. Obsessed with this one. This is probably the one that I personally gave birth to. Love it. My second favorite probably has to be the Mini Sunset Palette. Also such a great one, and the nude and sunset ones are great for a day-to-day basis. Here's what the Mini Sunset Palette looks like. You get 3 metallics and 2 mattes. One metallic is more like metallic-y satin, and then you get 2 like hardcore metallic shades and then 2 regular mattes. Love it. The next palette that I have up is the The next palette that I have up is the Mini Lila palette. I don't tend to wear these kind of shades super often. However, when I'm going for that pretty dramatic, like plum berry-ish type of look, this is a great palette to use. So in this one, we get 3 mattes and 2 metallics. Here you guys can see also really beautiful pigmented swatch, beautifully, very pretty. And the final palette that I have here is the Mini Star palette. This is also one that one could wear on a day-to-day basis. I could see that. The only one that I feel like one probably would not wear so much on a day-to-day basis is maybe the purple one, unless that's you, then you do you. But I feel like if you're going for more naturally type of looks, this can kind of fall into that category. This one right here has 3 metallics and 2 mattes. And then here you guys can see how the 5 shades swatch. Pigmentation of these guys are on point, on another level of perfection, and I think that these are just amazing. If you want to get the Natasha Denona quality, but you don't want to spend way too much and you don't want to get a full-size palette, give these a test and give these a try. You'll be very happy, I'm telling you. Alright, so that's pretty much it. That is everything that I wanted to recommend to you guys for the Sephora VIB sale. Of course, I know I could have recommended, honestly, like 40 products, like 40 more products, you know, but I wanted this video to be like short-ish, concise, and I wanted to just include tops 10-ish type of products, because otherwise we would be here for like ever. Do you want to be here forever with me? That's the question. That's the question. All right, I'm looking forward to reading your comments down below, guys, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.